Hi, Coding Robotics and One-to-One Devices students. Thanks to Katie Offerman, she discovered an anomaly with the new version of Scratch. They released Scratch 3 in the beginning of January. So the tutorials that I recorded, the flipped lessons, were recorded with the previous version of Scratch. And what Katie noticed was that the lists do not wrap. So where I have this question here, this numbering system has a base of 8 and uses digits 0 through 7, does not wrap when I have it, when I execute the program. So if I left my window like this, I can pull it, is what I'm showing you, and I run it, as you're going to see, my sprite is saying that, hello, read the contents of the quiz window. So the former version of Scratch allowed this first item in the list to wrap so that you can read the whole sentence. So what I had to do was I had to develop a workaround, and that is to open the window here so that the entire question shows. I moved my sprite in the beginning to a place in the top of the window so that it can show with his speak button, his talk button, or his say button. And just so you know, the data variables here, I have these currently showing because I usually have them showing when I'm running my program so I can see what the values are. But when you're actually delivering this to a user, you would uncheck them. So those are not going to be on the screen anymore. Let's see, just see if I can find the answer one. Okay, so the answer is in the sensing drawer. So it would be, I scrolled for all of the blocks, but here you have your sensing drawer. So if I wanted to unclick answer, so that gives me a little bit more real estate on the screen. And when I run this and expand it to the full version, I'm going to run it here. You're going to see I have a little more real estate. I have my sprite up in the upper right hand corner. Here are my questions. So since I pulled it in the development window, it remains pulled when the students will be enacting this particular quiz. And then I would place my answer in here. Okay. So that is a workaround for what Katie had found, and I did not modify the Q2. So I'm going to do a stop, and I am going to modify the Q2. It should stay, so let us see. So I'm leaving room at the bottom for my answer. Now this is a workaround, and I will be posting an error debug fix to the Scratch people. So let us just run this again. So hello and welcome to, I'm going to pop over to the full, this is back to question 1. This is Octal. Great job, you answered, correct answer. Now do you see that the Q2 remains pulled? I need to just adjust it a little bit so that it has, now please note I'm not able to adjust it in the full window. So I have to change that. So 0 and 1 is 1, and you're going to see the Q3 most probably will not be pulled as well. So do you see it's not pulled all the way across? So I can go back to my development and I can modify these so that the whole question shows. And that's one workaround for what Katie had found. So great job, Katie, for discovering that and reporting it. That's really very, very beneficial to everyone. And now this one I have to shorten my question. So I'm going to come over to my Q3. It's question 2. And here is, looking for my question 3. Here it is. I'm just going to modify this. I'm going to say 2, 9, 0 to 9, A to F. Okay. And then it's going to go through the sequence of my questions. So here you see I pulled question 1 all the way across when I was developing it. It remains that way. So I have octal. Question 2, I am going to just pull this a little bit more so that you can see all of the answers. And here is binary. And let's see, Q3, numbering system, the 16, base of 16 uses digits 0 to 9 and A to F, and that is hexadecimal. Okay, so that's a workaround, and thank you, Katie, for reporting that to us.